123 individuals in leadership representing major institutions, including constitutional bodies and major stakeholders in the public and private sectors, presented their views and memoranda. 261 individuals also sent memoranda, and 755 citizens across the counties came and offered handwritten notes and handwritten papers. As the chairman has indicated, the report goes into the 9 major challenges that were identified in the joint communique. I will not go listing all of them, but just to say, a huge focus is on national ethos and values, and moving Kenya to a plane of deeper cohesion. Also dealing with the issue of shared prosperity, noting the extreme poverty that still afflicts parts of the country. Throughout the consultation, the task force was met by young people who were looking for jobs and felt that their aspirations were not being met because they did not have jobs. And there were strong recommendations made based on their testimony and their ideas on how that can change. There was also a strong view that politics was too divisive and that it was pulling Kenyans apart. And again, we heard about the cycle of 3 good years followed by 2 years where the economy stagnated and Kenyans were divided. Kenyans throughout the country talked about corruption, which they indicated and interpreted as greed. They directly focused corruption as part of the reason their lives were not as good as they should be. And they wanted something done about it. Again, a lot of solutions and ideas emerged, and they are in the report in His Excellency's possession. Kenyans throughout the country appreciated devolution, wanted it deepened and strengthened, and also wanted there to be more accountability for the resources that are used by their county governments. Finally, there was a sense that government is spending too much on itself, that public resources should be used for Kenyans and should be used in a way that is fair and equitable, and less money should be used on recurrent expenses or duplicated expenses.
Mtakapopata fursa ya kusoma hii ripoti, tungetaka muangalie vizuri na tujaribu kuunganisha wananchi wa Kenya, kwa sababu haya mambo 9 yote zikifuatwa vile wananchi wanavyosema, sina shaka ya kwamba Kenya itakuwa nchi yenye sura mpya, na umoja wetu na vitendo vyetu na tabia zetu zitakuwa zikiambatana yana vile ambao wananchi wa Kenya wanavyotaka.
This is yet another moment in the history of our country when we come together to pull our thoughts, ideas together so that we can forge a united front into the future. Your Excellency, I think it's in order for me to, on behalf of many people, to congratulate the team led ably by Yusuf Haji, deputized by Mr. Olo, and the rest of the team for working tirelessly and putting together the report that now is in your possession and will be available tomorrow to everybody on matters pertaining to our present and focusing on our future. Your Excellency, because this is a very pregnant moment, from tomorrow going into the future, we will all be focused on having a honest, democratic, inclusive, informed debate and conversation where no views are superior or inferior, where there is no greater or lesser, where all of us as Kenyans from all shades can have a conversation that informs our future.
Waswahili husema ati hayawi huwa. So now this report will be unveiled tomorrow. But you said that this is not the end. It's a beginning. Because these are proposals which have come out of deliberations with some Kenyans, not all Kenyans. From here now, we are going to then begin a national debate of the new Kenya. And some people are going to be free to make recommendations. I have to correct some of these recommendations which have been made. And out of this, a solution will be found which is homegrown. And that will give birth to the Kenya that we all want and desire.
We come together as leaders, as a country, to really ask ourselves where we are, where we've come from, and to truly agree together on where we want to go as a nation. Today, and going on, what we are doing with this report that these wonderful men and women have done, we are going to use this as an opportunity to heal the wounds and to create an environment that will make Kenya peaceful, that will make Kenya prosper, that will make Kenyans feel included, and that shall drive us. We all have ambitions. But for us to be able to achieve those ambitions, I think we can all agree, we don't want to achieve our individual ambitions on the altar of peace, prosperity, and stability of the people that we wish to lead. And if we can do that, I honestly believe we have set the path to long-term prosperity and stability for our nation. A time comes, let us shelve these things. Let us debate. I would look forward to talking to my colleagues, my brothers here, because they will have their own views. But I don't want us to shout at each other from a podium. I want to be able to call my brother, Musalia, what do you think? You tell me what is, and I will to be able to give him my opinion. To do the same with Steve, to do the same with Moses, to do the same with every one of you. And that's what I'm saying. Let's have some kind of national ethos that we live in and we believe in together as Kenya. What makes us Kenyan? What makes us Kenyan should not be our tribe, should not be our religion, should not be our clan. What makes us Kenyan should be something bigger. Let us agree together, what is that? Right? Okay? What is that that brings us together when we stop as a country to watch Kipchoge running? What is it? What is it, and how can we put it together and make it part and parcel of our daily life? What is that when Harambee Stars is playing or when our rugby players are playing, that we will put everything aside? Now we are Kenyan. Right? What is that, and how can we build that and put it into all other facets of our society as a people and carry it forward? I believe that's the debate we want to have. Engaging ni kukaa na kuongea. Engaging ni twende mashinani. Let's talk to our farmers. My friend, what is your problem? Ni nini unaona tabu hapa? Let's talk to our teachers. Let's talk to our civil servants. Let's talk to our children in school. Let's talk to those young men and women who are looking for jobs. What is it you want? Yeah? Let's hear you. And then let's come together again and say, hey, unajua mimi nilisikia this here. Mimi niliona ile pale. Mimi niliona hii hapa. Right? Like I'm saying, I am certain that there will be very many areas that we shall converge. And on those ones that we converge, that help us make Kenya, pull Kenya closer together, that help us build that Kenyan ethos, that helps us have peaceful elections, that helps us have meaningful debate, even with our population, I think we will have done a great service, to this country.